Hey guys, we're back with another video here. I know it's been a few weeks, but wrestling will be taking up all my time. Today we're going to be talking about the uchi. Okay? We're going to be talking about its different angles, its different uses, and how I identify the different uses for it in grappling, not striking. Anyway, the first example I really have is I just want to talk about the motion of it, right? Where scooping, you can call it scooping, changing the level of your hand, rotating. It's very circular motion. So, for example, let's say we're wrestling. I think I did this in my first video. This block right here. We're pulling up and down at the same time. It also makes the scooping motion, but it also changes level. And you can do this with pulling or pushing. Another way to look at it is really like the pulling in motion or the closing distance, but we'll get into that later in the video. Example, if someone's trying to grab your hand, not saying that's a real thing, but in grappling it is. I've used this a few times. You can kind of torque the wrist up by doing that kind of circular movement. And then here, I'm also hitting that stance. It's just kind of like a frame type thing. That doesn't really have anything to do with that. But yeah, that circular movement is really good for wrist rolling. At least in my knowledge right now. And also you can see as I kind of shot it up, like here, I go forward, I'm reaching for something. You can see this as getting an underhook, right? Because you know how you shoot it under? You kind of just put your hand in the back and then that's it. That's another motion that you see in Richie Ryu a lot. And that's what you see in Seisan as well. Okay? The way we can look at this is we're pushing off of something, That hand that's right next to them can be wedged in their neck or something and push away. Right? You can stick in that wedge and push away as long as you change your angle. This could open up a single leg or something of that. We're just fitting it in crevices and pushing. And then you can also use different frames and different stances, different structures to push harder. Another thing we're going to talk about is kind of the reaching aspect of it. Because most of the time, you're not just going to get a single leg and be that close to somebody like that. You have to reach first and then go for single leg, as you can see I'm doing here. Another way I learned you could use this is by jacking. When you get the single leg, you can jack it up. As you can see here, I was kind of that scooping motion, then go for a sweep. That's why my hands to my chest. Another thing, a concept is, I know we're not talking about striking, but just kind of pairing the punches like that. Well, not really pairing, but kind of just frisking them out of the way, kind of deflecting them. I guess, yeah, you could call it parry. Anyway, but we're not talking about striking, but still, just a little enlightenment right there. Here's me thinking of what other things I want to do, but, yeah, just thinking about the scooping motion, kind of how in kata when you punch and then you do the block sometimes. And that can mean you're trying to go to something and then make a frame or something like that. Another thing I found is as I was talking about in hand fighting, let's say they're grabbing on your wrist. You can just okay on the side. Maybe even create an angle with it. Or go maybe for an arm drag off of it. Like I'm doing here. Which is two uchi ukes in a row. I don't know where that came from, but yeah. Thinking about concepts like that. And then another reason you can tell the strategies of this movement is the way they move in kata. As you can see here, I'm representing that kind of that reaching for something motion and then getting it, pushing up against things, breaking grips. Those are the kind of things. And you see, I always hit that cat stance here. I think that's really important as well. But you can see those kind of things in different movements, And then here, another single leg. You're just sweeping. I really want to get that point across today. One other thing I really want you guys to pay attention to is kind of how do I say this? like the level changes. Yes, the level changes of the different katas, and seeing how they reach, and then they do the move, right? Because you have to close distance, right? Usually, like for example, like an ankle pick, right? You don't go where the ankle is; you go where the ankle is gonna go, type thing, you know. Example, like let's say we're wrestling, and let's say I get a snap down. I go for a snap down. Right here, go for a snap down, or just a single leg. As you can see here, I'm doing that sweeping motion. I'm closing the distance, and then I'm jacking that leg up. Now, I think you should more do this with an ankle change type thing, but here I was just showing, I don't even know what that movement's name is, but I'll look it up someday. But I see that kind of as like a single leg, or kind of a throw as well, but it depends on which one you're doing. Okay, now again, let's say wrestling, and we go for our snap down. Right there, okay? And then we shoot, remember like I was saying, reaching or shooting that hand up there. See what I kind of did there? Looks more like, it doesn't look more like uchi, but it's the same concept. And you could do the same thing with it. So as you get the hand back there, you shoot the hand back there, and then you get the underhook. Again. Just changing the angles really shows you the strategies of the moves. And then you should really pay attention to this in kata, the different level changes and the angles you switch to. And really your posture, like I talked about in the first video. Okay, here's just me drilling some kind of hand fighting. I know I'm pretty high, but pretty sore. And just really pushing. See, and then also opens up single leg force. And then most of the time might catch them off guard with this, maybe. It really depends on your position and how low you are. That's just like a few examples of what I use for pushing and making openings, right? You know. And then here again, I'm really talking about the reach movement. How you reach and then you might do it, you know? That can tell us a lot. You see my hands pulling in, like pulling something. That's the next thing I want to talk about, is pulling some stuff in. You know? This movement can be used to reach for something in a close distance. That's another way you should look at it also, you know? And again, yeah, if you like wanted to get good head position, right? You would shoot it in, and then you would kind of hold it close and take the angle, right? Now here's just a level change, okay? I'm doing a scooping motion with my hands again. And like I said, getting that single leg, right? Reaching there. But I feel like that'd be more if you weren't really in a bladed and you were more in a wide stance. And you just cut the angle and did something, or raise the foot. Then here I'm showing kind of like a firmer structure that I think could be used to do that, but I haven't really tested it yet, so don't trust me on that. Find out for yourselves. And the next thing I kind of want to talk about is arm drags and just really feeling the angle change. Okay, now here I had to restart because my phone died, but it's okay. Anyway, we're back. So now we're going over arm drags. Okay, this is using two uchis at once. Okay, and there's a few other concepts you can do that too, like pairing two punches, right? But it's all in that angle change. You can see I'm doing it pretty fast here. Okay. And I would say it's more open hand, but it's just the concept, you know? And then you can also use this to kind of get inside. Like kind of move the hands out of the way and then get inside and then push away. And here again, that scooping motion, getting that hand through the armpit and then shifting your hand up towards the shoulder and the back. And then here again, I'm moving the arm. I can move the arm and try to frame. Maybe I could shoot too. You can see here again, the uchi. Comes in hand with a really funky single leg. It's not even, I don't even call it single leg at that point. But that's not what it would look like in real life. But like, you get the concept. Yeah, but that's all I have to say today, guys. I might post another video tomorrow, because I know I haven't posted in like 3 weeks. And oh, there the dog goes. Anyway, yeah, but I hope you guys are having a great day. Feel free to comment. And like and subscribe too. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't share this video. It's gonna get karate back to its original form. So we're using it like it was intended. But remember, karate is also striking, so we have to combine those two. But I just want to go over grappling first, since that's what I've been doing in my life recently. And feel free to comment and tell me, fix my technique, or have an idea, or say I'm doing something wrong, have the wrong concept. I would love to do that. And I hope you guys have a good day. And here's me trying to turn off the camera. Alright, guys. Have a great day.